Well, you know, Hannah, I think after watching all of your Foodie Friday segments, pasta is probably one of your favorite that you've tried during the course of it, right? Is that safe to say?
Absolutely. It's definitely very high up on the list. And Mike and I were definitely in for a treat when it comes to pasta at Lupo in Rehoboth Beach. We're talking fresh pasta, homemade bacon, and in this red, white, and green edition of Foodie Friday, we're going to give you an up-close look.
If you're looking for perfectly al dente pasta to sink your teeth into, or a surf and turf with a twist, look no further than the lobster bucatini at Lupo in Rehoboth Beach.
We have our bucatini here. We make all of our pasta fresh in-house every day. So this is just the shape that we have decided to go for this dish. Bucatini is similar in length to a spaghetti. It is a little bit of a thicker cut. There's actually a hole that goes all the way through the entire length of the pasta. It does tend to have a little bit more of a bite to it. Just agitate that a little bit to start, just so it doesn't stick together.
And while those beauties are bubbling away, Executive Chef Jeff Hunter heats some oil in the pan.
This is our house-made bacon.
Yes, you heard that right, house-made bacon.
We cure it for 10 days and then we smoke it. That's kind of what brings a lot of the flavor to the carbonara and one of the main points of it.
Next comes an aromatic duo, shallots and garlic.
We really want that just to kind of sweat out a little bit. To add a little more flavor, we are going to add a little bit of bacon fat as well. We're going to deglaze with just a little bit of white wine. So this is 3 ounces of lobster. Not traditional necessarily for a carbonara, but we add some peas. Gives it a little bit of color. So we also want to add some of the pasta water. The starchiness from the pasta water kind of helps make what the sauce is for the carbonara. And we're going to add a little bit of grana padano. So that is an aged Parmesan. Taking it off the heat again. We're going to add a little egg yolk, and that is kind of what helps make the sauce. You want to be quick though and do it off the heat so the egg doesn't scramble. And that is your carbonara.
Both Mike and I having to appreciate the eye-popping dish before digging in.
So as I gaze upon Mount Bucatini and its array of toppings, I know that richness is incoming.
The colors are so beautiful, and you can see each and every ingredient that's in there. It's just a really pretty dish to look at, and they say that you eat with your eyes, so always a welcome addition to something that's going to be delicious. That pasta, you can just tell that it's homemade because it has such a nice chew to it. It's perfectly cooked to al dente, and it also just tastes super fresh. If you manage to get a bite with a little bit of everything in it, it is so beautifully balanced. The peas kind of bring a nice, bright, fresh vegetable note, and then the lobster is just really tender and delicious.
And this dish would not be complete without its bacony notes.
Ooh, man, that is smoky. When I cook bacon, it's one note. I enjoy the note, but it's one note. It takes a lot of skill to have something that's already rich, like kind of reveal itself to you as you're eating it.
And Lupo also does a monthly wine dinner series. Chef Jeff was telling me about some of their more recent offerings. He had a scallop crudo, braised meats. It sounded amazing.
Oh, it looks amazing. Are you kidding me? I'm sitting here, my mouth is watering. I love Italian food, and it doesn't get any better than Lupo, right? And if you go to Lupo, tell them that you saw them on Foodie Friday. And if you have any suggestions for Hannah or Mike, send it to us at newsroom@47abc.com.